Blessings, blessings. Welcome to our healing yoga class. We're holding space for this Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Thank you, Element 3 Health, and all involved in helping this happen. We record these sessions so they are on our database along with a plethora of other awesome videos. Check them out. Thanks for being here in real time or watching. So it's great to have some hydration, taking small sips throughout our practice and your day. And today we're going to work with our shin area. This is due to our check-in. In our healing yoga, we really like to personalize, find breath-inspired movements, and listen to our own vital force. So we'll do some shin focus, and this is really to remind myself too. And you may want a blanket roll. You can take any blanket you may have or a pillow to maybe fold it. And we'll use that for the legs, maybe elsewhere. And an intention of focusing on our neck and shoulders as well. So for anyone new, please make this accessible to you. You can get chairs, get props, support yourself. A lot of what we do is seated, lying down, or standing up. So I hope it's accessible to you. You do not have to sit like me at all. Let's just harmonize here for a moment. Happy summer solstice, ultimate fire reflection. Here in Arizona, you can tell in my attire probably it's pretty hot. So we also have a lot of fires going on, praying for those fires. But happy midway to our wheel of the year. The longest light day has come, and they'll begin to slowly wane from here to the next equinox. And let's just honor the solar plexus within. This is the chakra that is represented by the sun or fire near our navel. This tone that can be chanted with it is RAM. You can visualize your inner fire, your inner sun, if you'd like, and chant Ram with me 3 times. If you'd like, any prayer is welcome. Ram. 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 Visualizing our inner sun. Thank you for harmonizing group energy. So let's begin by coming onto all fours here. And if you have a blanket roll, we will use that coming up. So leave that right off to the side. Let's spread our fingers underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips and tilt the tailbone up. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the tailbone down, just noticing the pelvis. We know in yoga, this is our base, so we're gonna take a few moments to drop into our yogic base, coming from our roots before we build up from there. You may let the wave of the breath follow the spine as you inhale, curl the tailbone tip up, shoulder blades connect, the heart lowers. Exhale, lift and round through the whole spine. Time these with your own rhythm, your own movement. Trying to just feel the wave of the breath in the spine. The legs and arms are involved, obviously, but we're really looking for movement through the spinal column, each vertebra, and then up through the head and neck. If you'd like, letting it come up and down with your breath. So from here, let's take a moment. Take this. Also, it's nice to check, engage the legs and pelvic floor, lift off the hands and see if you're not dumping weight into the hands, wrists, and arms. It's nice to just check that out. So we can check that out and then grab our blanket roll. And let's see if it wants to go underneath the knees and shins area. We talked about some buildup maybe there. In the morning times, especially the fascia, we talk about this inner layer, this inner skin suit of connective tissue. It gets fluffy and kind of sticky, and we gotta kind of shake it open to help remove it. And it can happen any time of the day. So I'm just rocking and rolling my shins. It works really well with a foam roller or something too. If you have, this is a soft one. The hard ones may be a little challenging, but just for your own practice, wanted you to know that. So right now I'm just lifting up and then exhale, pressing down. So I'm kind of just like on a boat rocking back and forth, compressing my shins on this prop. And then you can kind of move towards the knees if that feels better. And the shifting is helping me compress and then release. Kind of like you're milking the muscles and the tissues there. And then maybe you go closer to the ankles, shifting back and forth. And we're going to play with the similar breath movements here in a moment, seated. So from the blanket roll under the knees, if that felt super good, stay there for a few breaths. Let's try for the wrists now. Bring that blanket roll above the knees. Again, check in that your legs are engaged, that you can lift off the arms nice and easily. Plant the hands on the prop, and same thing, lean in, press, release. Press, release. Perfect, and hopefully you're getting kind of that milking sensation in the wrists and the tissues. You can even switch the way the hands are, maybe get the fingertips to curl back towards you, do the same rocking, and now you're opening the front of the wrist. And then maybe you let the fingertips curl back towards you in a different direction with the palm face down still. And milk again. I'm using that reference, but it's kind of this rocking, compressing, releasing. Using your own body weight. That's what we do in yoga. And a lot of our strengthening, we're holding our own body weight to gain endurance and abundance within. So let's let that go. And you know, it's really nice to sit on that for the hips if you do sit on the ground with me, or you can sit on a chair. So we did the spine motions from the tailbone to the ribs to the head. Let's do them in seated, same thing. First on your inhale, curl let me show from the side. Curl your low back, like it deepen the curve it already has. Exhales, flatten and round. And I'm just showing my hands to be where the sensation is, maybe. Let the arm bones go heavy. Once you're associated with the pelvis, go ahead and you let it go up the whole spine, curving the low back, bringing the shoulder blades together. Now the heart and collarbones lift. Exhale, round through the whole spine, fan and wing out your shoulders. Feel the wave of the breath from your root, the sit bones, all the way up to the back of the head and neck. We're going to, if you'd like, if you're sitting cross-legged, switch the legs for a moment and do a neck posture here. So let's take our arms out to a T, bring the fingertips curled back towards you. Make rotations back with circles to help bring the shoulder blades down the back body. Make a line with your nose tip up, inhale. Line with the nose tip down, exhale. Come back to neutral and look to the left. Drag your right elbow in towards your hip. And then extend it. And see if you're getting this nice stretch from the right side neck through the right arm and the side body. And the moving of the elbow is to find your special spot where it likes it the most. Back through center, you can release the arms or keep them here. Little backwards rotations, reset shoulder blade. And other way, look right. Feel a stretch and lengthening through the left. The elbow pulls in and find your sensation of opening. Keep those fingertips curled back to you to help find that sensation, and then let it all go. Whew. Arms to the side, straighten through the spine, but not like a straight line. There's natural curves in the spine, right? Just lengthen it that way. Palms up, inhale, reach and extend up and down through center. Any of your own goals for practice for your week, say them, think them out loud. Inhale, reach up for the light, for your goals, and pull them down through you. Inhale. Last one here, reach up for this light and motivation down through center. Perfect. Interlace the hands back behind the head, elbows wide. Here's our cat-cow movements with our elbows like this. So your inhale from the tailbone, low back curling, heart lifting, head supported by hands. Exhale, round, close it all. Importance of riding the wave of the breath from the tail to the head. Whole body connection here. And when it feels good, hang out in an exhale, rounded. Take a few breath cycles, or you can continue the pulsations if that feels better. Always modify for your form, please. Know that things I'm offering will not always feel in alignment for you. They're there for your toolkit. Make sure you listen to yourself first. And then let's come to releasing. Oh, wait. Let's switch the interlace. One more thing. Switch the interlace of the hands here. Line with the nose tip up. Line with the nose tip down. And take one more breath cycle like this. With just your eyes released down, with just the eyes, look to the right and exhale. With just the eyes, look to the left and exhale. Come back to center. Let the arms go. Cactus them down the back body to manually manipulate the shoulders down the back body. Let them just rest. And then we'll take our left arm back behind us. Maybe you clamp it with the right arm. Or you can sit on it with a sit bone. That's a little more intense for those who feel that. But then your other arm is free to help deepen the pose. So choose the clamp or a free arm. But you want this left arm to be surrendered. And then take your head and body neutral and then begin to pull your head away from that arm. Keep the nose tip straight just to start at the same kind of neutral plane. And then you may make rotations with it and find your spot of sensitivity. You're like a little body worker, doctor, going in there, being really subtle to find these little tight spots. The slower and subtler you move with the breath, the more you're able to find those little tiny ones. And here's where, if this other right arm is free, just let it hang out on the head. If that doesn't feel good, just please don't do that at all. We're not pressing, just letting gravity add extra weight. Take an inhale to breathe into the chest, expanding ribs, and let it out. If you have the hand on the head, one last idea here. You can gently, 10 to 20% of your energy, real light, press your own hand into the head as much as the head presses back into your own hand. So you'll see I kind of like lengthen up there. Hold that for 8 seconds. You're gently engaging 8 seconds to then release it. And maybe you get just a little deeper. And then let it all go. Let the arm bone down, slowly come back to neutral. Let the arms out. Maybe you shake out the wrists or the hands. Just notice how that one side feels. Let's try the other side. Right arm, low back. Maybe this clamp. Or you can situate the right arm under a sit bone if that's comfortable. Neutral body, head pulling towards the left. Looking for this diagonal line. Go nice and slow with your breath to find the neck openings. Rotating, if you may. Ujjayi breaths are great to bring in here. That inhales to slowly expand. Exhales to let it out, maybe even a longer exhale than inhale. If the free left arm wants to float up, go ahead and let it. Try to just let gravity do its thing to start. Take a few more breath rhythms. We find Ujjayi breath by finding where smiles originate in the back mouth, where to the throat, and gently contract. If you want to spend a few breath cycles now engaging 10 to 20% of energy of your hand and arm into your head, same amount of energy, 8 seconds about. Slowly let it go and release. Maybe you get just a little deeper opening and lengthening. Wherever you are, release all of that. And let's just do some cervical rotations. If it feels good, you can bend the legs, get them out of that stance for a moment. Take the hands back behind you for support of the spine and wide windshield wipers. We've been seated a while, at least 10 minutes. So or maybe not 10 minutes. Oh yeah, 10 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. So that's a lot for that. And then let's go before standing. We're going to come standing and back to seated. But let's now lower onto our low belly, onto our stomach. And if you like the blanket roll work and the compression, you can keep it out for underneath the arms and the elbows to create a little more space. Just an offering to invite different sensations into your body in practice. So that's a thing if you'd like it to be. And let's press down through the tops of our feet, press our legs towards one another like it's one mermaid tail. This is our stability through the lower body, the pelvic floor, the navel engaged. Those are part of our energy bandhas for the true core abdominal sensations along the spine in yoga. Pressing down through the legs as a mermaid tail, pelvic floor and navel engaged. Inhale, line with the nose tip up in your sphinx. The arms are in little columns out in front of you. There we go. And exhale, line with the nose tip down towards the earth. Inhale, neutral. Feel free to linger wherever feels good. Exhale to the left, rotation. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right, rotation. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, lateral flexion. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder, other side. Inhale, center, cactus the arms, forehead down, take a few breaths. You can bend the knees and crisscross the legs, crisscross applesauce maybe. I generally invite in audible exhales, sighs, and then coming back to inhales and exhales through the nose mindfully. Let's go ahead and take our right arm out to the side of us. We're going to press into our right side body using our left side to lift up and kickstand. And let me show from the side. So right arm teed out from the body like this. Hopefully you can see me okay. And you can use the left limbs to kickstand. Or maybe just being down mostly with your front body on the mat is enough. Follow your own sensation. That's going to be the ticket into feeling better, or not feeling better, to just understanding how the body feels, not by following my own path. I just bring that up because in these classes, it tends to be like, look at me and do this. And of course, that's part of it, but I really don't want anyone to feel like we all need to look like one another. It's just not true. So find an opening that feels good from the arm to the chest. Let the head go heavy, jaw and tongue heavy. Inhale, come back down onto the belly. Extend that right arm out and then let the head just lie on it and lie all on your right side, left side up. Inhale, Ujjayi, expand the chest. Exhale, let it go. Take your left arm behind you to the low back. Right arm bends, and I'm going to show you coming closer. Maybe they make like this behind you, or they just hang out like this, right? Where the left arm is to the low back, right arm bends, and maybe you lie back on that for a moment. Whew, it's lifting your chest up, you're opening the shoulders and the arms and the neck. Take a breath cycle here if that feels good. Begin to let it go out in your own time. Roll back down onto your belly. Use your leg and abdomen engagements when we're doing the rolling. And it's fun too, but keeping yourself nicely moving. We'll take then the left arm out to a T, and we'll push ourselves up onto our, down on our left side, right side up. And the right side can kind of kickstand to help support. Audible exhales, and then inhales through the nose, expanding chest. Exhales even longer, relaxing. Begin to come back through center, on the belly, extend the left arm to the earth. Maybe you lie on your left side completely, right side up. Take a few breath rhythms. You're welcome to stay here. It's a little bit of a balance challenge for me. Or you can bend those arms, a shoulder opening as well. The left arm bending, the right arm goes to low back. Maybe the hands somewhat meet and rolling onto your back with your head up. Beautiful. Just know if I move, it's just for the recording and for guiding. I'm not saying you have to move. Sometimes I have to move myself so I can be heard better, I think. So when you're ready, come back down onto your belly. One last shoulder thing before we'll get standing. Let's do our beautiful hug pose. So this is going to now open the back of the shoulders where we've been opening the front. Take the right arm underneath you, left arm crossing, and let the head go. Notice the shoulder blades spreading, and you can give yourself positive affirmations. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I am whole. I am connected. Begin to unwind. Engage through the legs and the abdomen to do so. Take a moment here, stretching, whatever feels right. You can let the head go down on the hands. Or just come into that other side when you're ready. Take your time to follow what feels good. Left arm may thread in closer than right arm. And we're just doing a switching the arms hug. Let the head go. You may notice that the head wants to be supported by something. If it's not feeling good, just hanging out here. So you can bring a prop in to support the forehead area. Take a few ujjayis and please release anything that feels heavy and no longer serving you. Begin to unwind, to come on out. Engage into the abdomens and lower body engagements by curling the toes. We'll lift ourselves slowly up through a tabletop. Check in with the wave of the breath. Inhale, tilting tailbone, heart sinks down, maybe forward. Exhale, round through the whole spine. This is really movements just to feel the spine. And then we'll come up maybe through a squat if you're working on them, or however you want to come on up to standing. Inhale to rise on up. And exhale down through center. So just make sure I have a lot of props. Make sure you have a clear space here for some movement practices. From our feet, lift through the arches. Take that lift up through the kneecaps and through the thighs and the glutes. And feel yourself root down through the lower body. Thumbs spiral back in our heart lift. Inhale up the front body. Exhale from the head down the spine to the feet. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up, reach up for the sun in your motivation. Keep the arms up there. Switch the way that the hands are interlaced, so you're just crossing wrists. Inhale, lengthen from feet through your head, not through your hands. Exhale, pour over to the right. Let it go. Inhale, back to center. Lengthen from feet to head. Switch the interlace of the wrists. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Cactus the arms and glide them down the back body. Let the shoulder blades go. Coat hanger arms, let them flap alongside the body. Keep your roots stable. Let's go ahead and take our arms behind us to our low back, maybe to interlace the elbows with the hands. And then same thing, lengthen from feet to head, inhale. Exhale, pour over to the left. And just see if you can do a side body stretch with the arms behind you. Inhale, center. Switch the interlace of the hands to elbows. Exhale, over, pouring over to the right, lengthening through the left. May feel a lot different than without the arms, right? Whew, let those arms go again. Coat hanger arms. Pause at the center with the hands interlaced near the base, our pelvic floor. We've called this before the elevator, rising. So that's a visual to engage the tissues from the inner thighs and the sit bones up towards the heart. And then the drawstring is like when we have a pair of pants around the waist with a string, engaging that area with that visual and zipping them up towards the heart. That helps us engage our root. So interlaced hands, elevator, drawstring, zipper. Inhale, come up the drawstring and the zipper. Press the palms out in front of you. Exhale, come on back. Inhale, out to the left side. Twist from your pelvic floor. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale all the way through center and then up high to the sunny sky. Lengthen. Exhale, stimulate crown, third eye, and then come down the chakra center. Switch the interlace. Let's just do that the other way with the hands. Inhale, press out through center. Exhale down. Inhale left, twist from pelvic floor. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, right. Exhale. Last one together. Inhale, center. All the way up, extend. Exhale, stimulate crown space, forehead. Let it go. Maybe some coat hanger arms. Let's go through a little flow sequence with some fold and lengthening through the spine. Find your feet underneath the hips, lift through those arches up through the lines of the legs, palms out in a mountain pose. Inhale, reach up, press your hips forward and your heart up to the sun. Exhale, big circle sweep of the arms, bend the knees, dive down. Bend the knees as much as you need to support the low belly to the thighs. Let the hands grab the elbows, back of the head, with prayer hands or interlaced up high to the sky. Inhale, hands meet towards the shins, lengthen from the tailbone out through the crown. So I'm hugging my front body to meet my back body. Exhale, let it go again, fold. Inhale, hands to your hips, reach out through the crown of your head and lengthen all the way up to the sun. Let the arms go out and mimic a circle all the way up. Lift your heart down through center. So let's do that little sequence a few times if that felt good for you. Come to a mountain. Inhale, feel the fluidity from the ground up. Lift your heart. Exhale, dive down. Inhalation, lengthen from your tail tip to your crown of your head. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, maybe you circle sweep the arms up, strong legs all the way up. Lift your heart to the sun. Visualize the sun coming down to meet your sun through center. One more. Inhale, reach and extend. Lift the heart. Stretch the chest. Exhale, folding down. Inhalation, hands to shins to lengthen from your tail through your crown. Exhale, let it go and release. Inhale, hands to hips or circle them out. Strong legs and pelvis as you come up to rise. Lift your heart and down through center. Let's take a few reflection breaths. Just inhaling, expanding into the chest. And relaxing the diaphragm, respiratory breath, and the lungs, resting. Expanding on the inhale. Diaphragm resting and relaxing the lungs on the exhale. So one of our cooling breaths we've been introducing, I'm just moving for recording. One of the cooling breaths we've been introducing because of summer, it's here. Shatali, we breathe in through the teeth. And just an Ujjayi exhale. Let's have our feet under the hips if they're not already. Sink the sit bones back. Chair pose, weight to the heels, lift the toes, hands to hips if you'd like. Elevator rising, draw the drawstring and zip them up to the heart. Chin meets the heart. Take the arms up into H if it feels good. And then a twist, right hand to outer left knee, left hand to hip. From your pelvic floor to heart, twisting to the left. Keep the weight in the heels, in the legs, and in the pelvis. Back through center, maybe you go into other side, or you can just meet us when you're ready. Twisting right hand to pelvis, left hand outer knee, pelvic floor to heart, right. Sink the weight into the heels. Woo. Back through center, strong legs rise you all the way up. Take a big circle sweep up and down through neutral center column. Let's go ahead and take our right leg back, warrior one. Front knee over ankle, back foot we're rooting down through that outer ridge. Hands to pelvis, notice the pelvic floor. Hands to heart, notice the heart. Woo. Hands up high to the sky. Let the arms go, release and interlace them back behind you. Lift your heart. Let it go. Cactus the arms. Bring the shoulder blades together and again lift the heart. And then glide the cactus arms down to alongside of you. Strong legs, lift the back heel. See if you can even lift the right leg. You'll transfer weight to the left. Lift the right leg, I'm going to show from the front, up towards your knee, or up towards your heart. Lifting the knee and then planting it back down. So just show again in case anyone missed. Nice. When you come back to standing, you can just go side to side, sways if that feels good, or coat hanger arms. Make this practice fun, like it's your dance. And let's try one more standing posture. Left leg flying back, warrior one. Whew, feel that stability. Hands to pelvis, pelvic floor rising. Hands to heart, meeting at the heart. Compassion, forgiveness, loving kindness. Maybe up high to the sky. Reach out through the top of your head. Go ahead and let the arms interlace behind you. Switch the interlace to the non-dominant side. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, let it go. Cactus the arms, elbows within shoulder blade length height. Lift your heart again. Feel the heart lifted in the, supported in the back body by the shoulder blades connecting. And then cactus, sweep those arms down the back body. Strong legs, here's that lifting of the back heel to a lunge. Maybe the left leg is going to come up towards the heart. Whew, and back down. So we'll take a squat to lower, or however you'd like to come down onto the mat. You can pause wherever you are working on, and we'll come down to our sit bones. Let's do one practice for our shin, and then we'll come down onto our back for some quiet rest. So what we can do is have one leg bent, the other leg, however it's comfortable. If that's out with a prop under the knee, maybe it's bent with a prop under the knee. See what feels accessible to you there, please. And due to our check-in, we talked about some sensation along the shin. We have these two bones, tibia, fibula, and there's lots of connective fascial sheath in between and all of these tissues around. So we're just going to give some attention to that. We can take our fingertips from the ankle, the center ankle, and press. On the exhales, release. Press, release. And if you're having some tension, if there's neck, head, arms, shoulders not feeling right, you can just do taps. This is pretty gentle, rhythmic. We tap and just let the tap bounce us off. It's kind of like this, it's called tapotement in massage, but see if you can find that rhythmic tap. I'm feeling that all through my nerves. So they're really both beneficial. You can either do the compressions along the two bones, isolate the two major bones, and you'll feel tissue in between. So you're either compressing on the exhales or doing some taps. See what feels accessible. Whew, both of those felt pretty good. I hope you got some of that as well. Because of time and wanting to go into a Shavasana and things, I'm going to move on to the other side, but you can stay for longer on that side if you like. Maybe you bend the left leg and or straighten it and have it supported by the earth and props. And then we'll work with the right leg. So remember, fingertips. You want to be comfortable in your pelvis first and foremost, I should say. Take your fingertips to the area between the two bones, tibia and fibula, and press. Or tapotment taps. You want to try to soften the leg as much as possible, like you would for a massage or something, because otherwise things won't move. And maybe you're feeling, if you're doing the taps, I'm really feeling it through my nervous system. That's what the rhythmic vibrations do. And it's just kind of sending this awareness from the ankle sensory nerves up through the knee. Take your time with that. We're going to lower down if and when you're ready. I'm just gonna adjust my face here. Okay. Hopefully I'm seeing. So now what we're gonna do is bend the knees, lower ourselves down, hugging front body to back body all the way. Here's where, if we have 4 minutes, if you'd like to do legs up the wall, set up for that. Ooh, we got a hammock. I love it. So hammock, legs up the wall, Shavasana, see what feels right. If you haven't already, audible exhale. You know I love horse's breath, letting the breath fly out through the mouth. Great to shake it off and help the nervous system to rest. I invite you into a body scan. Notice anywhere you're holding sensation. It may feel good, it may feel more like pain or intense or nothing. But see if you find anywhere in the body from head to neck to shoulders, the hands, the legs, the feet, the abdomen, somewhere needing a little extra attention from you, and you're listening. You can either send the breath to this area throughout this resting time, breathing space and freedom, allowing this area to feel relaxed and honored. Or you can even send in a vibration of movement, humming bee breath. Just as we did with the tapotment taps, allowing this vibration to send freedom and space to the area you're feeling sensation. Let's spend a minute doing either the silent breath or the humming bee vibration. peace, peace, peace. If you have more time to offer a Shavasana meditation practice, please remain where you are and feel free to close out class that way. If you'd like to collectively come on out, I'll just hold space for prayer for a moment. Let's do silent prayer. You can bring hands to mudra at the heart center if you'd like in prayer. And ujjayi breaths, maybe reminding yourself anything you are grateful and thankful for, feeling that gratitude. And then a humble gesture, the palms can come up, the fifth digits together, elbows connect. And we just offer that up to the light, to whatever you would like to offer that to, truly. And namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. Take care of a beautiful day.